Hey, coaches. Hey, once again, Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a Austin-based startup company that's focused on creating a technology platform to help student athletes transition from high school to college and then either into a pro career in the NFL or into a career based on their major. We're also focused on helping student athletes do a better job connecting with college coaches during the recruiting process. And with COVID-19 going on right now, a lot of coaches are reaching out to me saying, hey, these are great questions that you're asking, and we learn more about the kid outside of his huddle video. So we've got another exciting class of 23 prospect. His name is Cameron Cook. He's from Stony Point High School, class of 23. He's a running back, 5'9", 175, tremendous GPA of 4.2, and obviously was academic all district. Cameron, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. I want to thank you for taking the time out to come meet with us and tell your story in your own words, especially with the bright career that you have coming up there at Stony Point. So let's just jump right into it. I have to say, I'm impressed with your GPA. Tell these coaches about the importance you put into your academics.
Well, I know that my academics is going to play a big factor in how my life is going to play out. So I just try to focus on getting my grades right from the beginning and trying to start off good.
Okay. Do you have a specific favorite subject? Are you a math guy, a science guy, or what's your favorite subject?
I say that my favorite subject would be math just because it comes easy to me.
Okay. And then do you have an idea as you move in over the next 3 years in high school, what you might want to major in when you get to the college level?
I said that I'd probably want to major in design and engineering just because I like to plan
Okay.
stuff out.
Well, you're speaking to a fellow former football player, student athlete who also got their degree in engineering. So I can tell you one thing, it isn't going to be easy, and you have to make a specific point to these coaches that I want to major in engineering and get my degree from that. So make sure you do, you and your parents understand that. We can talk about that later on. Tell me also, is there a favorite teacher, tutor, advisor, AP, coach at Stony Point that you want to shout out that's helped you keep your 4.2 GPA?
Well, I say a coach that's helped me out a lot through my life would be Coach Creek. And I've known him for a long time and he's made sure that I turn in all my work when I need to and make sure I didn't get behind or anything like that.
Yeah, shout out to my boy. Coach Creek and I have been friends forever. Our daughters play softball together and we coached them when they're young. He is one of my favorite people, and you're absolutely blessed to have a mentor like that in your life. Brandon he's top shelf people, so that's good to hear. Let's change gears here a little bit and tell us about your strengths and weaknesses as a player, or not so much weaknesses, but your strengths and what you're going to work on going into your sophomore year.
So I say my strengths would be like my speed. I'm a pretty fast player, as you know, I'm a running back. Um, I'm pretty big. I'm weigh 175. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest player on the field because I going up to varsity. There was a big difference in weight. I'm going against bigger people, but I say one of my weaknesses or something I would work on would be like going like being able to just so I have a problem with like cutting like seeing the holes like
Okay.
not so much as like my vision is like not as good as it's supposed to be, but as in there's always an open hole that I can be able to get to and
Mm-hmm.
cut back on the field.
Yeah. I mean, a player with your speed, probably throughout middle school and your youth career, you just outran people. And now when you see a hole, you got to stick your foot in the ground and attack it right now and use your speed to get north and south. So, I mean, that is very objective evaluation of yourself, because a lot of running backs struggle with that. I guarantee you that by the end of this year, or definitely going into your junior year, that'll be something I'll get better just with you being coached well and really accessing your athletic ability. So that's not a problem there. Um, let's talk a little bit about, there's a lot of good running backs in the class of 23. How would you describe, how do you differentiate yourself as a running back compared to all the other running backs in your class? What do you bring to the table?
Well, I'd say that compared to other running backs, I'm not gonna say that I'm better than them or anything like that, but I'm saying that like I'm even whenever like the play is when it seems like there's no play or there's no blocking or stuff like that, I can find a way to make a play happen or I can find a way to gain yardage.
Okay. Tell me, so you played freshman ball last year. You had a great season. Tell me a couple of things that you're looking forward to in playing varsity as a sophomore.
Well, I'd say that on so I played a couple games on varsity and
Okay.
I didn't uh I caught a couple kick returns. I returned them for uh some yardage. But I say that one of my main things just being on varsity is I want to be able to like be like one of the main players like that everybody just wants to come see. But I want to be able to experience everything that goes on like in the locker rooms. Like it was so much like it was fun last year, but I know it's gonna be way more fun this year.
Yeah. Cameron, tell us what was one of the biggest differences you saw in the difference between freshman ball and varsity football?
I say the game moves a lot faster and I can't just use my speed, as you said, to run around people. I gotta find
Right.
a hole and just like that's when my vision comes into play. Like I really gotta know what I'm doing and my cuts need to be precise.
Okay. Let's talk about some other parts of being a highly recruited running back. Talk to us about how you are in the blocking game, either blocking for your quarterback in pass protection or blocking on running plays. How do you feel that part of your game is?
I'd say that my blocking, it's decent. It could get better, but I know that like I'm not gonna let my quarterback get hit. I'm gonna do everything I can to stop him. Or even if I don't have the ball and someone else is running, I'm gonna do everything I can to stop the defender from getting to them.
Cameron, one tip I will give you, I've watched a lot of running back and coached a lot of running backs in my career. And when you get some varsity film this fall, make sure you put in your midseason highlight video a couple of clips of you stepping up and taking on a blitzing linebacker or blitzing safety and helping in pass coverage. That is one of the big things that college running back coaches will evaluate because everybody wants to run the ball, but you're not going to have the ball on every play. And so you've got to be a competitor when it comes to blocking for your quarterback and running plays. So keep that in mind as you move forward into next year, and I'll definitely be watching for you on that. Let's switch gears here and talk a little bit about recruiting. I know you're still very early in the process, coming up in this year, but tell us what schools do you want to hear from, and how what are you looking forward to in the recruiting process?
So as you like, there are certain schools I want to go to. Like my favorite schools right now would be OU or Alabama and LSU. I also like the school TCU just because it's close to here and I've liked that team for my whole life. But
Okay.
looking forward into the recruiting process, I want to be able to like have someone I can rely on, like the coaches. I want them to be able to talk to me and teach me or adjust, like not adjust, but like tell me if I'm doing anything wrong or if I can do something better to help them like figure out what I can do to get better.
Yeah. Cam, and I always like to share nuggets to my guests when they come on the show, especially young ones like yourself who have 3 years left. But the other thing I would tell you and your parents in the recruiting process is to pick your school based on if, God forbid, football was to go away and you couldn't play anymore. This is the school I want to get my degree from. It's going to set you up for the next 40 years of your life and not just the next 4. So keep that in mind as you start to go through this recruiting process over the next 3 years and use it to pick your school. So it's good to hear from your part that you are obviously open to going out of state. Sounds like leaving the state of Texas is okay with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. And then obviously, based on what you said earlier about your academics, the strength of their engineering program will also be important to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, tell me a little bit about a lot of college coaches want to know about your relationship with your high school coaching staff. I know you mentioned Coach Creek earlier, but talk to us about your relationship with your position coach and your head coach.
Well, Coach Creek is my position coach. He's my
Okay.
running back coach. But my head coach, Coach Chester, me and him, we get along real good. And just like I'm a nice person, so it's easy for me to get along with all types of people. So coming into Stony Point, he was one of the first people I met. So I'm just made it a key goal to get have a good relationship with all my coaches.
Okay. Cameron, when did you start playing football, and when did you fall in love with the game of football?
Well, I started playing football when I was around 3 years old, but I didn't really like my first year. Was kind of confused. I didn't know what happened or what was going on. But when I turned 4, or when I started playing, I switched teams. I started playing for a different team, and that's when I started playing running back. So that was that was like when I started playing running back is whenever I started to figure out this was gonna be my sport. This is what I wanted to do.
Okay. And then tell me, have you had that moment when you said to yourself, yeah, I think I might be good enough to play at the college level? Was that a moment that happened last year or maybe in middle school? When did that happen when you thought I might be able to play this game after high school?
It was probably early on, like probably like at least 7th grade, but that was just because like I was nobody could keep up with me, and I was just outrunning everybody, and I would score all the touchdowns. But I was thinking like if I just keep working like how I am now, I can go somewhere.
Okay. Tell us, I think we all know the answer to this, but I'll ask anyway. Who's going to be involved in helping you make your decision on what school you'll commit to over the next 3 to 4 years?
Well, obviously my parents, my mom and my dad, also my Uncle Cedric. He's a pastor. He's been with me since the beginning. Before I even knew what I wanted to do, he had a plan for me. But those are probably the main 3 people that'll have an opinion on where I would go.
Yeah. Shout out to Pastor Cedric. He and I are friends from way back. I actually coached his son, his youngest son, back in Round Rock Pop Warner, and he's been a big supporter of the show. So I see him on here. So shout out to you, Pastor Ced. We appreciate your support here and all the things you've done in the community. So real quick, let me ask you this. You know, what's going to be the main decision that's going to help you pick your school? Will it be distance from home? Will it be the major? Will it be the culture of the school, the family environment? Give these college coaches an idea of what's going to be important to you when you choose your school.
It'll probably be well, all of those will play a factor, of course, but it'll probably be the coaches and the culture of the school because I want to be able to feel like even if I'm away from home, I want to feel like I'm sort of at home because just the whole like just being away, I just want to be somewhere where I'm comfortable.
Okay, that makes sense. And is distance a problem? Are you okay with? Do you want to stay in state, or do you not mind going anywhere in the country to play the best football and get the best education?
I'll go anywhere to play
Okay.
football. Or
All right. Okay. Let's talk about get away from football a little bit. What are your interests when you're not playing or working out? Do you like to hunt, fish? You like to get out in the water, on the lake? What do you do in your spare time?
well, recently since quarantine, I haven't really been able to do anything. But me and my friends, we'll go swimming, we'll go to the movies, we'll go to the mall. We just like to hang out, or because we just like being outside and just being
Yeah.
able to do stuff.
Okay. Are you a big video game guy? Are you a Madden guy, 2K, or do you play any video games or no?
Yeah, I play. Really, the only game I play is Madden, but I'll play other games if I can. But I mostly just play Madden.
Okay. Honest question. Are you giving L's? Or you taking L's in Madden?
Oh, I'm giving those all day.
I like it. Okay. Tell me, every teenager your age spends a lot of time on their cell phone. What are some of your favorite apps? Are you a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok guy? What do you like to spend a lot of time with on your phone?
Most of the time I'm on Snapchat or
Okay.
Instagram. But yeah, from time to time I'll get on TikTok just to scroll through some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then what about music? What do you like to? What artists you like to listen to, either when you're working out or in pregame to get you hyped before a big game?
Well, I wouldn't say I just listen to one rapper or one person,
Right.
but I just listen to I just listen to hype music before a game. I just listen to music that'll get me like in the zone. I don't really have a specific artist or anything
Okay.
like that.
Nothing wrong with that. What kind of player are you in pregame? Do you like to get hyped and slam your helmet against lockers, or you like to kind of be chill in the corner, going over your routes, going over your assignments, that kind of? Which one are you?
Well, the whole like leading up to the game, the whole day, I probably would be quiet and just staying in the zone. But as soon as I get on the field, that's when I'll get hyped. Everybody just the surrounding of everybody around me, like just the environment, it just changed the way I'm acting.
Okay. You mentioned the quarantine. We're starting to kind of reopen, and you're going to get back to hanging out with your friends and maybe a girlfriend or with your family outside. Are you a big shoe guy? How's your shoe game looking? What are you rocking here recently?
Um, I wouldn't say I'm a big shoe guy because I'm still growing, so I can't get as many shoes as I want to.
Right.
But um, most of the time, I just wear Jordans or Nike. If I'm outside, I probably just wear running shoes most of the time.
Okay. Tell us, a lot of scouts going to watch you for the first time on varsity this season. Who do you pattern your game after? Is there a certain running back at the college or pro level that you're trying to emulate their game?
Well, I say that the running back that I like try to mirror my like my play after is probably Alvin Kamara. He's
Okay.
just the type of running back. I like the way he runs, and I just want to be able to run like that.
Okay. I like that. It's good. It's a good comparison. Tell me, as you move forward, there's a lot of great players in the class of 23. Take this time to shout out maybe some of your teammates that you feel are going to be major top prospects during the recruiting process to these coaches. Who should they be on? Who should they be aware of on your team?
Well, you know Braylon James,
Yep.
so Braylon, Daniel Obina. I can't really go over all of them but my quarterback, I don't know. Just I know people from all different schools. I know our group is gonna be a real competitive group,
Yeah.
and
Is
I
there
just don't
somebody
know.
at another school that you want to shout out like, yeah, that guy's pretty good. I look forward to competing against him. Linebacker or DB or anybody?
Um, well, actually, so in my old district, I would have went to Weiss. You
Okay.
know what that is? So all my friends are over there. So I know TJ, so Tori Simmons,
Yep.
Tavian, all the quarterbacks and linebacker, everybody over there.
Okay.
Also, another person that I would like to shout out from Stony Point would be Jake Chambers. He's
Yep.
real good and he is real positive, and he's just a real good person to be around.
Okay. Cameron, tell us a little bit about your family. Mom and dad, what do they do? Are you a only child? Are you the youngest? You the oldest? Give a little bit about your family dynamics.
I have a little brother. He's going in the 8th grade this year. My
Yep.
mom, she's a lawyer. She works in Austin, and my dad runs his own power washing business.
Okay. And so it's just you and your little brother?
Yes.
Okay. So
Or
tell
I
these
haven't.
coaches how important the role of big brother is to your younger brother and how serious you take that role.
Well, I know that my little brother, he's gonna look up to he's gonna try to do everything that I do, or he's gonna try to be better. So if I set my standards high, then he's gonna either try to be better than me or at least be as good as me. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm trying to just be good at what I'm doing, so he'll be good at what he's gonna do.
Okay, I like it. You've got good size now, 5'9", 175 going to your sophomore year. Tell these coaches by the time you graduate from Stony Point, what do you think your height and weight will be then?
Well, well, I know I'm gonna grow some more, but I think I'm gonna be my height wise. I think I'm gonna be at least by senior year. I'm gonna be at least 6 foot or 6'1". Weight wise, I don't know because if I'm 175 now and I'm gonna get bigger, and it's only my freshman year, so I don't even know.
Okay. What size do you want to be? I mean, sounds like 6 foot 200. Sounds about right or no?
Yeah, 6 foot 200 sounds pretty
Okay.
much around the.
That's good size. That'll catch the attention from most college coaches. So that would be good. And it sounds like it's very realistic for the way you're growing. Uh, Tell me about somebody or anybody outside of your family who's had a positive influence in your life.
Well, you know, Coach Creek,
Yeah.
he's just been adjusting or not adjusting, but changing like little stuff with me just to make sure I'm on the right path. And Also, well, all my coaches just seem to have a certain like way of telling me that I'm gonna be great. Like I'm gonna be
Hmm.
something else.
Okay. We mentioned your size. Obviously, you're a good athlete playing running back. What other sports do you play besides football?
I play baseball too, and I
Okay.
run track.
Okay. You know, obviously, football coaches love football players that also run track. Tell us in your own words why you think track is so important to become the best football player you can be.
Well, we know speed wise and conditioning wise.
Yep.
I'm in track. It's not even about running. Like to win, yeah, some people are gonna win and some people are gonna lose. But being in track is just gonna keep you conditioned and stuff like that.
Okay. Cameron, tell us, how do you define leadership and how do you plan on having a leading role on your team this fall?
Well, leadership to me is being able to bring your team up whenever they're down. Like when there's no energy or nobody just wants to play. Like if you're losing, and being able to just give your team like that push or giving them that just like being able to bring them like give them something to play for.
Hmm.
And a way that I would say that I look forward to being a leader for my team this year or this upcoming year is being able to well now that I'm gonna be a key player or I'm gonna have a position or starting or whatever. I want to be able to I want my team to be able to look up to me how I looked up to the people before like that were seniors last year.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Tell me, college coaches want to know what your best learning style is. Would you consider yourself a verbal, visual, or physical learner?
I say that I would say that I'm a visual learner. I like to
Okay.
see stuff.
Hmm. Okay. Tell us about, giving back to the community is another important part of being a successful student athlete. What do you do to give back, either through your church or through your family or nonprofit organizations? What are you doing to give back?
Well, I'm in a nonprofit organization called YMSL, and it's Young Men Service League, and we go out and we help different people. Like we're in separate groups, but we'll go to uh, food shelters or food storages, and we'll stock the foods or we'll hand out foods. Just being able to, or we build stuff too. We've built swings and stuff before, but it's just stuff like that.
Okay. All right, as we finish up here, tell me about how you have what have you sacrificed to be the best student athlete you could be, whether it be time with your friends, time with your family, but every student athlete, the one of the three questions to every question from a friend is either I can't because I have a workout, I can't because I have practice, or I can't because I have a game. What have you given up? What have you sacrificed to be the best student athlete you can be?
I sacrifice spending time with my friends, playing on the game,
Yeah.
just I can't even hang out with my family sometimes, but they know that I'm doing what I feel like I need to do to be the best.
Okay. I like it. Last question here. We talked about that elevator pitch when we first started. In 30 seconds, tell these college coaches why they should recruit Cameron Cook and what you're going to bring to their program.
Um, well, I'd say college coaches should recruit me because I'm a smart player. I'm a smart kid, and I'm gonna bring a different level of intensity to their program. Like, and just being able to like I told you I'm a good person to be around. I'm a nice person. I have a good just energy around me, and anybody that's around me is gonna have the same energy as me. So as I said, I'm gonna be a leader. I'm a wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, and even if I don't get the chances that if if I'm not like if I don't have a key position or a player or starting or whatever, I'm gonna find a way to be the best or find a way to get playing time. Just however I can.
Okay, that's fair. Well, Cameron, I'm looking forward to watching you play this fall. I'll be on the sidelines watching you. If you and your parents ever have any questions about recruiting or need any help, please reach out to me. We definitely appreciate your time, and we'll see you this summer and be safe, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, Cameron.